What is up with all this talk about the Galactic Federation and UFOs landing on Earth? If you're new here, I am Key Guidance. I have over 400,000 followers on TikTok, and I talk about everything spirituality and the Matrix and awakening and stuff. I don't know about you guys, you can leave it in the comments, but I have always found the Galactic Federation extremely fishy. Like, why do they care so much about human affairs? Is it really from a humanitarian standpoint? And why is it that it's always just full of Palladians and, they don't really talk about any other ET race? When I was going through my initial spiritual awakening, which was 2019, mid 2019, I kind of bought into the whole Trump Galactic Federation thing because everything was new to me. My scope of understanding was broadening slowly, and it was very easy for me to fall into like these little traps. Now looking back in hindsight, I realize that the whole Galactic Federation thing is extremely fishy, right? This whole talk about the quantum money system, which honestly just sounds like central crypto banking, which is extremely dangerous for our own sovereignty. And then the whole talks about, cashless technology everywhere. We're going to quantum leap into a new reality. If you truly understand spiritual awakening and what it is to truly spiritually ascend, technology is not going to be your main front for a more advanced society. When you really grow into your light body, which is an infinite potential, it's literally light. You can manifest anything with light. You wouldn't need technology. That's the thing. You would be able to create and manifest your dream reality however you choose because you are in your empowered light body. That is what true ascension is. You get to incarnate out of this matrix, out of this loop cycle. Yet, the Galactic Federation, they're trying to make it seem like, oh no, you need technology. Like that's the new way forward. Like humanity is going to be better because of technology, because of artificial intelligence. Like that's all I hear about when it comes to the Galactic Federation. Correct me if I'm wrong. And they put up a front, making it seem like they care about humanity. Well, if you cared about humanity so much, why don't you just show up in front of our faces right now and take out all of the corrupt politicians and be like, all right, here, we did the dirty work for you. Now go ahead and live your free little lives. Like, why are they so interested in us? And it's because these Galactic Federation ETs, they aren't actually randomly from another planet and decided, oh, we see trouble in Earth, we're going to come down and help them. They've always been here. They're not the Galactic Federation. I'll tell you what they are. They are the Orion Group. If you're not familiar with the Orion Group Orion constellation is up in the sky, right? The Orion Group consists of different ET races that come from those constellations. The main examples being anything reptilian, anything insectoid, the Greys, which are, artificially made by the insectoids. The Palladians are also part of the Orion Group. The Palladians are not a natural race either. They were also lab made by insectoids. If you haven't figured it out yet, the mastermind behind this whole Orion Group thing are insectoids and Anunnaki. They have infiltrated Earth eons ago. See, Earth was supposed to be like a Garden of Eden. It was supposed to be a physical holographic database of all the different forms of life and trees and organisms in different systems put onto one planet. But because that is such a beautiful source, an abundant source of just different life forms and different types of DNA, these nefarious, selfish groups, like the Orion Group, they decided to get their little hands on it, their dirty hands on it, and corrupt it. We are living in a matrix overlay system. So the original Earth that was supposed to be here, that was supposed to be fruitful and abundant, and we were supposed to be in tune with nature, there is an overlay. There's a holographic overlay in which we are projecting our worst dualistic selves right now. Metatron's cube that we all worship, that's the overlay. That is the matrix overlay. Why do you think in religions, especially in Islam, I think they worship a cube. Metatron is a cube. That's why it's called Metatron's cube. And when they do their, I think their ceremonies, they circle around the black cube. They walk around the black cube. Metatron's cube also spins. Metatron's cube is also responsible for quantum tech and AI. You know, the cross that Jesus was crucified on, if you fold it up into a 3D shape, it is also a cube. So basically, we live in a matrix overlay system. These Galactic Federation people, they have been here. They are the reason that we have fallen consciousness. So in religious texts like the Bible, they talk about fallen angels. We are the fallen angels. They are also the fallen angels. All of us collectively, the Galactic Federation, human beings, animals, even plants, even, we are all fallen angels because we are fallen angles of consciousness. We used to have a high, more potent sense of consciousness. We were able to manifest. We were very in tune with nature. We were just free flowing, almost like a particle in the wave of existence. But because they used this Metatron's cube tech to create an overlay, we capped our own consciousness. This is why in New Age spirituality, you will always hear people talk about your DNA activation, blah, 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 blah. It's not just random stuff that they're repeating. Like that, it actually has value. It actually has a lot of meaning as to why they're saying DNA activation, because our DNA was capped. We were supposed to have 12-strand DNA. Now, what is going to happen in the future is that they're going to be like, well, at least I hope it doesn't happen, but it looks like it's going to happen. They're going to be like, oh, the Galactic Federation, they're here to save our pathetic little asses. Because we can't do anything for ourselves. So give up your freedom, trust random aliens that came out of nowhere from the sky, and give up your sovereignty. They'll solve it all for you. Even though they say that they're giving us sovereignty and that we get to solve it for ourselves, but doesn't it seem like they're pulling all the strings right now? They're telling the New Age channelers what to do. Which channeling, by the way, that's a whole nother thing I don't even want to get into. How do you know what you're channeling is legit? This is why I don't recommend channeling. What if it's just your own psyche talking to you and you're just making up bullshit? Or you actually channel the trickster spirit and it's telling you that it's something else when it's not. But anyways, these Galactic Federation guys, I personally believe they don't have our best interest in mind. And I think a lot of you feel that way as well. This whole central banking system with the whole quantum, crypto, it sounds good on paper, but if you have a central online banking system, I mean, just look at China. Like, I'm going to shit on my own country because I was born in China, but just look at China. They have a social credit system. If you disobey the law or you do something that the government doesn't like or the city doesn't like, they can literally deduct points from you, your character as a person. So if you, let's say if you jaywalk, they will deduct like 2 points. I'm making this up, but let's say 2 points, right? Those 2 points may inhibit you from getting a loan, getting a mortgage for a house, buying a car, getting a degree, because you effed up your own character. So now the state doesn't trust you. And because all of your money is with the state through a central banking system, at least I think China has a central banking system. If you do something that they don't like, they could literally just delete your funds like that, because it's thin air. It's not a real paper currency. It's numbers that you can delete off of a screen. And apparently that's what the Galactic Federation wants us to do. This is why I recommend everybody buy gold and everybody look into buying precious metals, because I feel like there are two factions fighting one another right now. The actually evil, nefarious faction of the ET group and the other ones that kind of feel bad about us and they don't want to fuck around with karma anymore, and they're like, all right, we got to get out of this Earth matrix system, and they're actually here maybe to help us. The BRICS nations like Russia, China, Brazil, India, they are buying up all of the gold Now, see, I don't know if they're buying up all of the gold because they're trying to back their currency by gold, or they're buying up all the gold because they know that us normal human beings, we're figuring out the game, and then we're going to buy the gold just to save our own asses. It's a double-edged sword. I really don't know, but yeah. I feel like by 2045 there may be like an alien invasion of some sort, or just like a beta test. Like they're gonna send a weird flying object like at Roswell. They're gonna be like, oh look, it may be an alien. And then they're gonna see how people respond to that. Because the thing is, time is running out, Earth is shifting, and the people, the nefarious ETs that want to control us and cap our DNA, their time is running out. They know that the Earth is going to shift to a higher dimension because that is what the universe, all source, God ordained. You cannot control something that the creator source ordained. So that's why they're rolling out 5G. Why do you think 5D consciousness is the same as 5G? It's like they're trying to match. Let's say our consciousness goes to this level. They're like, oh no, I can't let you surpass me. I'm going to create 5G. And now you're bouncing off of each other. So there's no real true ascension. So if we go to 6D, they're going to be like, oh, 6G. These ET groups, their God, it's not themselves anymore. It's their technology. That is the difference between people who are connected to source and understand that we are the divine technology versus the aliens who have kind of forgotten about it, and they're like, oh no, I need to create something to make me divine instead of recognizing the divinity within themselves. And they are going to try to cap us, and it's going to be a race and war on consciousness for I don't know how long. They are getting very impatient with their plan because they know that the Earth is going to shift.